steady point in the ever-flowing river. An island respite where the weary may rest before braving the current again. There is no need to be concerned. I do not intend to pry into anyone's fate. For now, I wish only to discern what course my own stream may take when we set forth again.
I slept in a suitcase last night. Words I never expected to speak. I mean no reproach. The experience was refreshing. After all, novelty has ever been a rarity in my life.
Sotheby has got an idea.
Numa, though captured in light, is a power which lies beyond our comprehension. Through crystal, a diviner may focus that light, drawing it forth into this world as a single, discernible point. And thus, we may grant a fleeting glimpse of truth. So, choose the sphere of Numa which calls to you, and let it be your guide. The light has pierced the veil between worlds, and brought with it a prophecy. Keep your senses clear. I am quite curious to hear what truths it reveals to you.
Go on, spit it out! Or have all those long-winded administrative tasks totally destroyed your ability to get to the point?
You know something, don't you, Adler?
I'm simply learning to consider the consequences before I act. Some of the Foundation's committee members have gotten swept up in the prospect of an impending arcane war. If this goes on, Laplace mustn't become a pawn in their war games, or a bargaining chip for their faction disputes. In short, we need to submit our pre-storm protocol as soon as possible. Which means we need to figure out what the core of the toy box really is. No, whatever it is, We need to crack it open as soon as possible. All right? If we hurry, we still have a chance to convince the talking heads at the Foundation to leave us be.
Enigma, are you actually begging right now? Quick, has the storm stopped? Has hell frozen over?
Whatever. Just give me an answer.
All right. It seems there'll be no solving our differences in the short term. So, I have a proposal. We submit 2 reports, and let the reviewers decide.
Fine. From a visual estimate, the perfect language covers everything in a 5-kilometer radius, with the tower as its center. On the beach outside this 5-kilometer area, the environment continues to exhibit signs of language disorder, a new type of storm syndrome. It deconstructs words into phonemes, the building blocks of sound, and uses them as the building blocks of matter. A handful of seawater contains 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 20 phonemes. Though clearly the phonemes themselves don't carry any meaning, they do leave room to construct one. The waves create a chiming sound, like bells. This seawater holds enough phonemes such that they may organize into morphemes, the smallest units of meaning. Monkeys may have an easier time putting Shakespeare together here than writing it on typewriters. It seems the wind strips even the quietest utterances into the smallest units of sound. Perhaps these symptoms can be understood as a language microscope, or maybe a scalpel. The environment dissolves and dissects every spoken word, leaving only its phonetic fragments behind. To use language is to quickly combine these pieces into specific sequences to create a meaningful utterance. Thus, one could view this entire environment as a simulation of language use. Bilabial plosive. Diphthong. Mid-central vowel. Nasal. The phonemes of poem. I see. It's encryption and decryption. Hardly foreign territory for me. It still appears like normal seawater in this container. Let's see if X has any suitable equipment to analyze its composition when I get back. I wonder, if I bring this vial of seawater to the tower, will its composition change? This language deconstruction phenomenon seems to have a limited range. Just now, the limit was around 2 meters. Critter attacks are common in the toy box. Go find the fellow with the glass tank for a head. I need to get to that tower.
You're the only one who's ever seen. You'll find a way, won't you?
If I waste time on things like this, I won't make any progress on the tower's function before the simulated storm hits. I need to finish the pre-storm protocol before Ulrich does.
If we wait any longer, our friend will get hurt. Please help us.
All the damn pleading. What is this, a time loop? Leads the way.
Please stand behind.
Let's get this over with quickly.
The moment of utterance.
Loading. His book? Loading.
Target confirmed.
I can't read it. Please, take good care of yourself.
Under attack. Charging.
Leave it to me. Or this one.
Loading. Barrage.
Power from the soil. The fieldwork went smooth. I look forward to our next cooperation.
Thank you for lending us a hand.
You again. I should have known. This is the only way to the tower. I saw you on my previous expeditions.
Oh, you're from the outside. This world is constantly resetting, so I'm afraid I cannot recall our previous encounters.
The last time I saw you, you were also on your way to explore the depths of the toy box. Is that the case this time as well? I built a tower there, in the depths, but nothing has changed. I'm no closer to finding out how to stop the storm in here. Listen to me. This is all a simulation, designed to help us find a solution to the storm. No matter what you do, everything will eventually reset to its original state. Nothing will change. You don't have to waste your time like this. You've already made this journey before, and it is difficult and meaningless.
I appreciate your concern. It appears this isn't the first time you've observed our actions. And I'm glad I was able to help you come to your conclusions. However, everything you've said pertains to your business as an outsider. From your point of view, perhaps your claims are correct. But I'll only know if your advice is meaningful to me once I get there myself, when I see that tower with my own eyes. In any case, I won't be the last to visit it. Perhaps whatever I leave behind will help those who come after. Like I've helped you. Besides, if you've already concluded that this is meaningless, why did you return? I'm heading out. You can heat up the leftovers in the fridge for lunch. Did you hear that, Adler?
What's the appeal of the mountaineering club anyway? At this point, even the neighbors are saying, looking for Greta? She's probably gone mountain climbing.
Or rowing. Would you like to come? Last time you joined me on the Covender climb, before we'd even made it back, you said you'd never participate in any weekend sports events ever again. Chess, swimming, or doing those math problems you love? They're all worthy pastimes. There's no need to follow me.
I only came here to get a glass of water.
Sure. By the way, I need your help for something. What are you poring over now?
Planning to lock up Papa's cigarette cabinet behind a code again?
That was just a visionaire cipher. A beginner's puzzle.
Anyway, if you have the time, could you mow the lawn in the back garden? It would make Mama and Papa happy. And you know, I've never asked, what's got you so dead set on Laplace? There are plenty of outstanding research facilities to choose from. Why them?
Because I believe we share the same ideals. There must be a theory that unifies everything in the universe. Because every puzzle has a solution. The world is like a crossword. If you follow the clues, you'll arrive at an answer. The only answer. An established theory. It's simple, clear, rational. Codes simply rearrange symbols according to a set of rules. Identify these rules, and you can decipher it. If we don't have an answer, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but rather that we haven't discovered it yet. I've attended lectures at Laplace. Their researchers firmly believe they can discover the truth. It's utter conceit. But that's the way it should be.
I see. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll receive an invitation from them soon enough. I've asked around. They all said age is no matter, nor whether or not you are an arcanist. Laplace opens its doors to geniuses. That's the only requirement. Won't be any trouble for you, Bruderherz.
Many people remember you. Even Musée 3's toy box has a chunk of data, still diligently simulating your stubbornness. But I'm sure you don't want to hear me prattle on about the past. The tower in the toy box. The Tower of Babel we used to solve the language disorder. It isn't the final solution. Yes, people are able to use verbal communication to understand each other again. Unprecedented, I know. But this has come at a cost. The piece's cognitive processes have all unified under the same model. Unanimous agreement. Unanimous objection. Can this even be considered communication? Ulrich and I each set off on our own expeditions. But in the end, we both decided to destroy the tower and take its core. So, now we have a new problem to solve. The core has a combination lock. And I can't make heads or tails of it. I know. You wouldn't understand. This is supposed to be my specialty. Finding clues, cracking codes. All it takes for me is time. But my mind's gone rusty. Even my own thoughts have become unreliable. I haven't done any research of my own in a long time. Oh no, just pointless meetings and endless paperwork. Trivial, inconsequential matters have absorbed my every waking moment, grinding the old gears in my head to a halt. I can almost hear them creaking when I try to get them turning again. Perhaps I've lost the talent I once had. Maybe one day soon, I'll be using one of X's inventions. Even his simplest robots couldn't do any worse than me.
Oh, Mr. Enigma. You're here too.
I have a meeting with the Foundation. This was on the way. You're here to see her again?
Yes, I've brought some new manuscripts for her to see. These manuscripts, I'm going to submit them to the Daydream Post. But I'm not sure whether I'll be rejected again. I used a different recording technique this time, based on the feedback Madam Hoffman gave me once. So, I wanted to show them to her before I got an answer from the magazine. I hope she can see that I've finally figured out what to do with my limitless reading. Instead of focusing on how much I can read, I've decided to focus on the specific truths I can glean from them, to record the story of the storm. Without betraying my own principles or Madam Hoffman's teachings, I've managed to find a recording technique that can realize my dream. Of course, it's definitely lacking in a lot of ways. Actually, Mr. Enigma, I never thought you'd come here. Oh, I don't mean that as a criticism. I only mean I understand how you were feeling. But I suppose now you're here, you've found an answer to that question?
Not yet. But staying like this isn't going to help me think either.
Well, reading takes time, and so does seeking proof.
Perhaps. You probably have a lot to say to her. I'll get out of your way.
What's wrong, Mr. Enigma?
Nothing. Here.
Oh, Vince.
Talk about using a sledgehammer to crack a nut. What a meaningless waste of resources.
Adler, if you aren't dealing with anything urgent, please return to Laplace as soon as possible.
What happened?
We've made some new discoveries regarding the tower's core. It changes when observed. We need to come up with a new plan.
Your only choice is to kneel.
Please join. My next opponent
Get out of my way.
Eco complete.
Live or die.
I dedicate the spell to you. Nothing space.
Let the earth
Listen to the melody of winds and waves.
Another perfect combination of reason and passion.
Transitivement topologique. Calcul de l'exposant de Lyapunov maximal requis. Quant à les conditions initiales, elles devraient être statut actuel de Vertin. Oh, I'd like to run some calculations on your suitcase. And you, if you don't mind.
Also got my enemy's wishes in my own way. Time to turn the page. My turn. You don't drink this every day? Transcribe. Did I miss something? And now it's easier to understand.
Don't act surprised. It's just another day on the job.
though captured in light,